second. This phone is terrible. Right, how have you used technologies? It's a very good question. Technologies for me. Oh, just reverse. It's a good place to start with technologies. How have I used technologies? Right, so obviously, I need to, there you go, need to grab this. That opens my gates. Right, so technologies are everywhere. They're changing media, really. And to start off with, how have you used technologies? I mean, I've documented the whole process of me making my music video, Digipack, Poster. I've documented the whole thing on WordPress, and it hasn't cost me a penny. So that's a good place to start. It hasn't cost me one penny to do my like pretty much. I mean, it cost me some money to make my music video, camera-wise, equipment-wise, and stuff like that, and it's obviously everything's going to cost money, but technology is making everything so much cheaper. For example, like I could have, I mean I didn't, but I could have filmed my entire music video on an iPhone, because iPhone have the slow motion features now. Everything I need, I can record in half speed and speed it up on editing software. Bloody hell, this road is bumpy. I do apologise. So yeah, everything has become. I mean, this whole project hasn't cost much, and if you think about it, let's say if The Weeknd was to contact me saying, "Look, David, I'll pay you £100,000 if you make me a video." Well, he's not going to do it, but let's say he said £100,000 if you make me a music video. I could pretty much get £100,000 in profits, because you can make a video now for under 100 quid. For a good quality music video can cost under £100, and that's because of technologies, because cameras aren't that expensive anymore, editing software is not that expensive, but that is a good place to start really. Final Cut Pro is what I edited my coursework on. So Final Cut Pro cost, I think it's last time I checked it was £299, and that's one single payment, and I think that's lifetime updates as well, which to me is not that much money, considering, let's say if I was a music video director, you'd be making 10, 15, 20 music videos a year, and that's, you get that money back from the first music video. So really, editing software isn't the most expensive thing. Initially I started off using Premiere Pro on a 64-bit PC, and you'd think it was quite new. It was a Dell, I think it was 2015, 2016, 64-bit computer desktop, and it was just too slow. It was just too slow for my liking. The whole process of making the music video, I could tell since the first 15 minutes of filming the first music video that I produced, that this video is going to take me hours after hours after hours, and it's just not user friendly enough for my liking. So I moved straight on to Final Cut Pro, which for me has been an absolute, it is the most user friendly software that I've ever used. Like, more user friendly than Photoshop, any software that I've ever used. Final Cut Pro will top it off. It's not the most industry standard software that there is, though. Final Cut Pro is renowned as the industry, where it's at in industry. You've got Avid video software, but for what I needed it for, Final Cut Pro was perfect, and it was quick and practical, and I don't know, I guess I clicked with it. I sort of understood, this is the exact same place where a car almost pulled out on me earlier. So yeah, Final Cut Pro is 10 out of 10 for me, well, maybe 9 out of 10. Sometimes it takes a little bit too long to do things, but that just takes patience, time, which you need. I feel like when it came to making my movie posters and stuff like that, Photoshop was a very, very good place to start. Photoshop, I actually had a lot of help from a guy called Kumail. Kumail Imran, if you're watching this, thank you very much for the help on the Digipack. But yeah, but I think when it boils down to it, everything that I used was software-wise was either Adobe or Final Cut Pro. What else did I use? Tripods and stuff like that. We used Polaroid I used Polaroid tripods because that was what was available to me, really. I thought about using sorry, I got sidetracked. Yeah, so I used Polaroid tripods. They're not the best, they're a little bit cheap, but like I said, this didn't really cost me too much, and they did the trick. I don't know if you'd class it as technology, but I used a railing, a man-made railing, to move the camera, and it was the most unprofessional piece of kit that I've ever used. I mean, it was professional, but it wasn't professional. It was really on the cheap. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Literally, it's just a couple of wooden rods attached to a plywood base, but it really did the trick, and it was amazing. That's just exploiting materials, really, that I had available. But yeah, so what else did I use? Oh, I actually used prop-wise, I used a laptop. I guess I exploited Final Cut Pro in many ways. I used it for so many different things. I mean, Final Cut Pro is an amazing bit of kit. Absolutely amazing bit of kit. But technology-wise, I mean, without technologies, what would media be? And yeah, I found... Hello, what the fuck are you waving at me for? There's a bump there. Right, I'm here. Yeah, so let me just revisit the question again, just so I can summarise this up, because I think I've got a little bit off topic. Have you used technologies? Essentially, I think the only main technologies that I'd like to praise really is Final Cut Pro. It's been absolutely amazing, and the cameras that I'm filming on right now, the Nikon D5100. By the way, I'm using a massive fisheye lens right now, and yeah, technology-wise, I guess that pretty much covers everything. Besides lighting, really, but lighting is just lighting. I used white lighting, used very little lighting, really. But yeah, it's a valuation question 4.